Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimiranda Anjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya-dāsa Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Fine. Like that he ruled the kingdom in an exemplary manner, and eventually he retired. He retired from the kingdom. He felt that ultimately we have to give up all this material opulence, material power and position. They are not temporary. So our relationship with Krishna is permanent. As a part of my responsibility, I ruled this kingdom. Now is the time for me to become detached. So he gave the kingdom to his descendants, his sons, and he left the place. He went to a forest, Palahashram. Okay, let's learn some lessons, one-liners. You can write. Lesson number 1 is, even though a Vaishnava king rules a kingdom, he doesn't compromise on his bhakti. Vaishnava kings never compromise on their bhakti, even though they have so many responsibilities, royal responsibilities, political responsibilities, military responsibilities, finances, power, control, ministers, management, administration, leadership. So many things they may have, but Vaishnava kings never compromise on their bhakti. First lesson. Clear? Because there are some younger ones here, so I'm just trying to give some bullet points so that by the end of the class, at least they have a set of lessons to meditate upon. Second lesson is, you may rule with responsibility, but we should retire with detachment. Rule with responsibility, retire with renunciation. Okay? R, 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 R. Easy, right, to remember? Rule with responsibility and retire with renounced spirit. When you're being the king, you need to rule with responsibility. But many times in life, when you take up some responsibility, that may lead to attachment. And when you want to be detached or renounced, then you become indifferent and irresponsible. But Vaishnava Acharyas teaches whole lives of so many Rajarshis, saintly kings teaches this principle that responsibility is not equal to attachment. And detachment is not equal to irresponsibility. You should have responsibility, but ensure that it doesn't become attachment. You should have detachment, but ensure that it doesn't become irresponsibility. There should be proper balance between responsibility and detachment. You be detached and be responsible also. That's what Karmanyeva Adhikaraste shloka says. Karmanyeva Adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You work, but don't worry about the results. So Bharata Maharaja ruled with responsibility and retired with detachment. Retired with a renounced spirit. Fine? 2 lessons. Now next, let's move ahead in the story. Bharata Maharaj went to Palahashram. Palahashram is a place where nice Gandaki river flows. And also there are so many shaligrams near that Gandaki river. You can find so many shaligrams in Gandaki river. So it's a very auspicious place, very glorious place. Bharat Maharaj went there. He made a small hermitage. He sat there doing meditation on Lord Vishnu. He was chanting mantras. He was doing some small sacrifices devotionally. And he was meditating on the Lord throughout the day. He was doing his Sandhya Vandan. So all his spiritual practices are going on very nicely. After retirement from active responsibilities in life, one should dedicate one's time for spiritual practices. The dedication must be there. One should not go back again. One should not go back to material attachments again. After renouncing the family responsibilities or political responsibilities, responsibilities as a royal king, so one should focus on their spiritual sadhana. And Bharat Maharaj was very nicely, responsibly doing his sadhana. The way he ruled the kingdom with responsibility, he was practicing his spiritual life also responsibly after retirement. Okay. But suddenly, some unexpected event happened. One day he went to the river Gandaki to do Sandhya Vandan. He was chanting mantras, he was worshipping, he was offering prayers. But suddenly, he has seen a deer there. A pregnant deer came there to drink some water. It was thirsty. So she was drinking water. Suddenly, a tiger, a lion roared. And this pregnant deer that was drinking water got frightened, hearing the roar of the lion. Then this deer wanted to leap across the river and run away from there. And her flock also went away. All the other deer just ran away from there, and she became alone. She was separated from her flock. She became very frightened. She was pregnant also. She was very anxious also. She leaped across the river, and because of that anxiety and that leap, she had a miscarriage. And the baby deer fell from her belly right in front of Bharat Maharaj. All this is happening in few seconds. The pregnant deer came to drink water, and the tiger roared. The deer got fearful, wanted to run away, and suddenly she had a miscarriage. And the baby deer is lying there, and the mother deer died on the spot. Right? All this Bharat Maharaj has seen. So he became very compassionate upon that little deer, baby deer, just born. Bharat Maharaj went and picked up that baby deer and brought the deer to his ashram. He thought that it's my responsibility to give protection to this motherless deer. It is by the Lord's will that the deer has taken birth in front of me. If the mother had a miscarriage somewhere else in the forest, probably this baby deer would have become the food for the tiger or a lion. But somehow the baby deer was born in front of Bharat. So Bharat thought that it is my responsibility to go and protect this deer and maintain this deer. So Bharat brought this deer. Was it wrong to be kind on the deer? No, right? Baby deer was born. Not at all wrong on his part. But after bringing the deer to the ashram, after feeding the deer with some food and all, grass and all, Bharat Maharaj slowly became distracted from his own spiritual practices. His meditation became distracted meditation. He's meditating on the Lord, suddenly he started meditating on the deer. Deer. Oh, deer is so nice, so sweet, so cute. Let me go and play with the deer. He's just doing some oblations in the sacrifice or collecting ingredients for the sacrifice. Suddenly the deer comes and starts putting its mouth and tongue and then contaminates the sacrificial ingredients. Bharat says, don't contaminate. He would say, externally he would say, but internally he would relish. Oh, the deer is so sweet, so cute. Very good. So he's compromising on his spiritual practices. Showing compassion on common people is not wrong, but we should not do it at the cost of compromising on our own spiritual practices. Our compassion is valid only when we have passion in our own spiritual life. Passion is not rajogun, I'm telling, commitment in our spiritual life. Unless we do our sadhana nicely, we cannot help others. Third lesson. Unless we do our sadhana, our spiritual practices nicely, we cannot help others. Recently, I was sharing something similar with someone. In airplanes, they uh, make an announcement, right? First, wear your mask, then you can assist others. Huh? Even children also. First the mother or father has to wear the mask, then assist the children. Because unless you are safe, you cannot make others safe. So Bharat Maharaj was compromising big time on his spiritual practices and overly focusing on the deer, right? So, by the way, one more lesson, fourth lesson. Maya can attack us in any way. Bharat Maharaj did not have lust or envy or pride or greed or any such anarthas. The other day we were discussing, right? Artha pravritti and anartha nivritti. So Bharat Maharaj already passed through anartha nivritti stage. He passed through Nishtha stage also. He came to Bhava platform, by the way. Bhava platform is the 8th stage in Bhakti, where there is only one more stage left, Prema. He is about to enter Prema. He came to Bhava. It's a 9th-floor building. He managed to come to 9th floor, sorry, 8th floor already. About to come to 9th floor. From there he fell down. Did he really fall down? We'll discuss it later. But point is, so Bharat Maharaj did not have any anarthas. But he had good qualities. Good qualities like compassion. And Maya attacked Bharat Maharaj through his good quality of compassion. Because he did not have bad qualities of envy, pride, greed, all this lust and this kind of bad qualities. So Maya attacked him through good qualities. Maya can attack us in any way. If you are inattentive, you are giving way to Maya. Fourth lesson. 4 or 5, I don't remember. So Maya can attack us in any way. Maya can attack us even through our good qualities also, not only bad qualities. Maya is very powerful. So because Bharat Maharaj was a king, naturally he had compassion upon common people, especially innocent, ignorant people. Maya attacked him through that quality of compassion and distracted him from his spiritual sadhana. So deer became a distraction. For us, the deer is our smartphone. The deer is YouTube. The deer is, what else? Netflix, right? Deer is Netflix. And the deer is Instagram. Instagram, correct. Deer is Instagram. You're on Instagram? No, right? You don't know what it is, right? You know already? You know? Oh. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, I thought you don't know. Okay, no problem. You may know, but don't put your head into it. So there's social media distraction. In those days, deer was a distraction for Bharat, very sattvic distraction, very non-spicy distraction. But in the case of Kali Yuga sadhaka, there are hundreds and thousands of distractions. Maya is pulling us in 1,000 different directions from all sides. So never underestimate Maya. Maya can attack us even through our good qualities also, not only through our bad qualities. Anyways, so Bharat Maharaj continued his sadhana. He's meditating nicely, but in his meditation, he would open his eyes and see what is the deer doing. Oh, deer is very nicely sleeping. This posture is very good. If Bharat Maharaj had a smartphone, he would have clicked 100 photos every day of the deer. Thank God he did not have a smartphone. If Maharaj had social media, he could have posted deer posts, different postures of the deer will go at his social media posts. Or he would have taken some videos, shorts, deer shorts. But he did not have social media. He did not have smartphone. He did not have internet. He did not have followers. He was alone. Hardly any distraction. No movie theaters, no Netflix, nothing. He is living in a sattvic forest, that too a holy place. That too on the bank of Gandaki river. That too in Palahashram, such a wonderful sacred spot where there are so many saligrams. Lord Vishnu in the form of Saligram is there everywhere in that area. Still he got distracted. So distractions may be there in a distracted atmosphere. But even in a very sacred atmosphere also there could be hundreds of distractions. Distractions are of two types. One is an external distraction, second is an internal distraction. You can write types of distraction. One external, second internal. External distraction is something which distracts us from our goals through external means. It could be all this internet, next Netflix, or friends, or distracting visuals and billboards and whatnot. But there are internal distractions. Mind. The mind is a storehouse of unlimited such distractions. The mind is meditating on some visual impressions, some sensual impressions, some movies that we have seen before. So many things are distracting. Some are innocent distractions. Some are not that harmful, but some are very harmful. If you are distracted by a laddu, that's okay. Go and eat laddu and then come and peacefully chant. That's okay. At the max, you'll get indigestion if you eat 10 laddus. But there are more harmful distractions that are soul degrading distractions. And initially, distraction could begin as a small distraction, but if you don't control it immediately, it can become very major distraction. Say you are going to a destination like this. How far is your home? How far is your home, Prabhu? What's your name? You forgot? Sudev. Sudev Prabhu. How far is your home? 10 kilometers. So he needs to go home in this direction 10 kilometers, right? Somehow he just had 1 degree deviation. It became 2 degrees. He did not realize it. And he did not have Google Maps also, thinking that I'm going in the direction of my home only. Initially, the distraction or the deviation in the path is just 1 degree or 2 degree. But if he continues like that, he will end up in a different home, not his home. So he goes like this. He's supposed to reach here. So direction is like this. If he goes like this, he will reach. But with a slight distraction, okay, still he's on the track, little off the track. But if he continues like that, he'll end up in a different destination. Similarly, when we don't curtail our distractions in the beginning only, they can take us to a totally different goal, different destination, completely away from all our other distractions, completely away from our intended goal, you see. So deviations or distractions may begin very innocent, very small, but they can become very grave, very serious over a period of time. So we need to be careful. So Bharata Maharaj, he was doing some mantra meditation, he was chanting. Time to time, he was deliberately looking at the deer, getting distracted. Deliberately, not the deer is coming and licking his body or demanding his attention. Sometimes when you are focusing on your work, someone will come and then call you, hey, come here. That's an external distraction. But nobody is calling you. Still, you feel the urge to go and look in the direction. That's internal distraction. Initially, Bharata was externally distracted, but later, majorly, he was internally distracted. His affection for Krishna became his affection for the deer. The object, his prayojan changed. So, Bharata Maharaj is giving us a very important and instructive lesson. The need for association. Need for association. Say you are driving in the car with Google Maps. Google Maps is on. So I was giving this example, right? He was going home. So he has to go in certain direction. Somehow he just took a wrong turn. So with your Google Maps on, if you take a wrong turn, what will the Google Maps do? It will again recalculate the optimal path and it will put you on the track back again, right? So you're going in this direction, but somehow you took a wrong turn. Again, Google Map will recalculate. Okay, go like this, take a U-turn, do something, and then come back on your main track. You may lose 2-3 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. That's all, not more, because maps are there. Whenever you are distracted, Google will help you while driving. I'm not advertising Google Maps, but I'm just saying when you have a guide, when you have a bona fide guide, authorized guide, even if you make mistakes, the guide will tell you are making a mistake, come back on track. Similarly, in our sadhana, when we make mistakes, who will tell us? Vaishnavas will tell us. The Vaishnavas around us will tell us, hey, you are making a mistake. Please don't get distracted, come back on track. Right? So Vaishnavas should tell us, because there is no Vaishnav who can tell Bharata Maharaj. Nobody was there to tell Bharata Maharaj, you are doing japa or you are seeing the deer. You are chanting Krishna's name or deer's name. We thought Krishna is dear to you. No, the deer has become more dear to you. So nobody was there to tell Bharata Maharaj. So his distraction became a deviation. Distraction means you come and sit in the class, but mind is thinking of something else. Distracted. Then you come back after 5 minutes. Then after 2 minutes, again mind goes somewhere else. That's distraction. Deviation means you don't come for the class only. Right? You don't feel like sitting in the class only. Completely deviated. Last taste for Shravan. So initially Bharata Maharaj began with a small distraction. It became a major distraction and he was completely deviated from the path only. So if you don't curtail distractions in the beginning, they will become deviations. Next lesson. I don't know what's the number, 6 or 7. If you don't control your distractions in the beginning, those distractions will become deviations. Major deviations from your spiritual life. Don't deviate. Focus. And one more lesson which I just subtly indicated is need for association. Always try to keep yourself in the association of Vaishnavas. Never go away from the association of Vaishnavas. And take benefit in that association of devotees. Take benefit. How to take benefit in the association of devotees? Sit with them, chant together. Read Bhagavatam together. Discuss your realizations in spiritual life. Worship the Lord together, as all of you are doing Gaurarti every day, evening 6:30, 6:40, like that. So do like that. Kirtan together, worship together, chanting together, reading together, Shravanam, Kirtanam, all this together. So when we come together and perform spiritual activities in Sangha, that's a great protection. Sadhana in Sangha keeps our spiritual life secure. But sadhana without Sangha could eventually lead to distraction. Some rare souls can do sadhana without Sangha also. But for all average sadhakas, Sangha is essential. When you chant alone, the quality of your rounds is something. When you chant with another sincere devotees together, quality of rounds is different. Right? So chant and read, but be with devotees. Whenever you are feeling distracted, devotees will come and control you. Whenever you feel demotivated or disinterested in bhakti, they will come and speak some words of inspiration. That will definitely help us to come back on track. We need to seek guidance and encouragement from devotees. We need to seek shelter of devotee association instead of seeing that association as a burden or a distraction. Devotee association is not distraction. Devotee association saves us from distraction. He's a savior from distraction. Bharat did not have that association. Therefore, he is very much distracted now. Further, Bharat Maharaj continued the distracted practice of bhakti. Whenever he would go into the forest to collect some flowers or fruits for his worship, he will take the deer along with him. He will allow the deer to walk on very nice, soft pathway, and he will walk in some thorny pathway. Because when you love somebody, you want to give them more comfort than you take for yourself. That's love, symptom of love. Let them have more comfort, let me have less comfort. That's what Bharat, wherever he goes, he's taking the deer with him. And sometimes when he sleeps, he takes this baby deer and keeps the deer on his chest and he sleeps. Let the deer get that warmth of my affection. And Bharat Maharaj started thinking that I am the maintainer of the deer. Even if the deer is distracting my sadhana, is making me compromise my own spiritual life, I must be selfless. In the name of selflessness, people lose their selves. We should not lose our self in the name of selflessness. Nate viduhu swartha gatim hi vishnum durashaya bahirartha maninah. Swartha gatim hi vishnum. Swartha is selfishness, generally translated like that. But swartha, you just break it down. Swa-artha. Artha means, what is artha? We discussed artha. Huh? Artha is not wealth here. Artha. Artha pravritti we discussed a lot. Ultimate meaning of artha. Prema pumartha mahan. Artha is the goal of life, purpose of life, prayojan. Prema pumartha mahan. Prema is our ultimate goal. Swa-artha means our own goal in life. Nate viduhu swartha gatim hi vishnum. Swa-artha gati means our real goal is Vishnu. We need to understand it. Unless we pursue our goal of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, how can we assist anyone else to attain their goals? He's our goal. He's our everything. So he compromised on that goal. One day, one fine day, or one not so fine day, the deer wandered into the forest. The deer left Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj invested so many of his emotions and love and affection and time and energy in the deer, but the deer could not recognize it. The deer could not reciprocate with Bharat. Deer could not understand the emotions of Bharat because it's a innocent or insignificant animal. So Bharat's emotions are just going nowhere. In ignorance, we ignore worthy relations and invest our time and emotions and energy in unworthy relations. It's not only about Bharat, it's about many of us. In ignorance, we ignore Krishna. In ignorance, we ignore Vaishnavas. In ignorance, we invest more of our feelings and emotions and faith in unworthy relations. Like Pururava, he invested all his emotions in his relationship with Urvasi and he ignored Krishna. Other day we discussed about Ajamil. Ajamil invested all his emotions in the child Narayana, not Lord Narayana. So this is very undesirable. Undesirable. So Bharat Maharaj he was thinking about the deer. Bharat left, right? And the deer left. Bharat was thinking, oh, my deer is lost. What must have happened to the deer? Maybe the deer must have been attacked by some lions or tigers or jackals or foxes. Maybe deer must have died. Maybe I did not take proper care of the deer. That's why the deer left me. Deer is like my noble prince. Because he's a king. He's thinking deer as his prince. So I did not take proper care of the deer. That's why the deer left me. He's taking responsibility. Sometimes we unnecessarily own guilt of others. Somebody else is undergoing some trouble. We own that guilt. Oh, I'm responsible. I did not take care of him. What are you responsible for? The deer left. How is Bharat Maharaj responsible for it? But he's taking that responsibility. And now, as a nice Vaishnava, he can take responsibility to some degree, but he should not ignore his spiritual responsibility in the name of taking the material responsibility or self-imposed responsibility of the deer. He ignored his spiritual responsibility, he ignored his sadhana, he ignored his worship. Instead of thinking of the deer, instead of thinking of Krishna, he's only thinking about the deer. He sees the moon. In the moon, there are some spots, right? And Bharat thinks, maybe my deer must have gone into the moon planet. See that spots? They look like deer. He's thinking that the deer joined the moon. So like that, in ignorance, he's behaving like a madman. There are pure devotees who become mad about Krishna. They speak in a deranged way, completely disoriented way. But this Bharat, he is thinking that the deer is very noble, deer is like a prince, deer is great, and I ignored the deer, I neglected the deer, I did this, I did that. Oh my God, he is completely lost. And while thinking about the deer day and night, Bharat Maharaj left his body. He died. At the time of death, he was not thinking about Krishna, he was thinking about the deer. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tameva iti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. Antakale cha mameva. At the time of death, if one remembers Krishna, one will reach Krishna after death. But if at the time of death, if you remember something else or someone else, you will attain that state of existence. So instead of thinking about Krishna, Bharat was thinking about a deer at the time of death. So where will he go? One child asked me in our kids class, 6-year-old girl. You are 9, right? 10. You are a senior devotee. Prabhu, when we remember Krishna, Bharat Maharaj remembered a deer and he became a deer in his next life. If we remember Krishna, we will become Krishna in next life. That is her question. Yes, what's your answer? Yes, 10-year-old. You are senior devotee now. Hmm? We will. He'll go back to Krishna. So Bharat Maharaj remembered a deer. He became a deer. Right? If you remember Krishna, will you become Krishna? That's the question. Huh? No. Then why did Bharat Maharaj become a deer then? He remembered a deer, he became a deer. If you remember Krishna, you should become Krishna, right? If you remember Lakshmi, you will become Lakshmi. Adi Lakshmi. Right? Is that the logic? What is the law of last thought? According to the shloka that we just recited. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. Yes, you want to answer, Shivani?
According to our last thought, we will be there in our next life. According to our last thought, we will be there in our next life.
Correct. My question is, if you remember Krishna, will you become Krishna? No. You just said he'll become that in our next life. What will you become then? If Bharat Maharaj remembered deer at the time of death, in the next life he became a deer, isn't it? If we remember Krishna at the time of death, will we become Krishna in the next life? That's the question. Bharat became deer by remembering deer. Why can't we become Krishna when we remember Krishna? Yes. This boy. Senior to senior. Senior's brother. No answer. Kids are over, teens are over. Let's ask youth. Yes, Prabhu. There are multiple generations of devotees here in this big assembly. Will you become Krishna when you remember Krishna? Simple logic. Okay, adults can answer. Others?
What we are thinking last time we will back to maybe the next life.
Okay, fine. Let me answer. Bharat Maharaj did not become the same deer. He got the form like a deer. That deer is wandering in the forest. So Bharat Maharaj got the form of a deer. He got the body of a deer in the next life. He did not become the same deer, right? Exactly same deer like that deer. Similarly, when we remember Krishna, we'll also get a form like Krishna's form, a spiritual form. And what is that spiritual form? It could be Vishnuduta form, it could be Gopa form, it could be some other form. But we will attain Krishna, we will reach Krishna to stay in his company and play with him. Okay? So we will not become Krishna, by the way. Right? Of course, you got the answer right. Your answer is correct, but you could not give an explanation to that answer. So Bharat Maharaj became a deer, but not the same deer. He did not merge into the deer. He got the form like a deer. Anyways, Bharat became a deer in the next life. Now I have another question. Bharat Maharaj came up to Bhava stage, right? Why can't Krishna protect him? Krishna could have protected him from becoming an animal in the next life. Krishna just applied 8.6 formula. 8.6 formula is Yam Yam Vapiswaran Bhavam. 8th chapter, 6th shloka. So he just because this Bharat, my devotee who came to Bhava platform, this devotee remembered a deer, may he become a deer. Why did the Lord take that decision? Can't he give some concession to his devotee? He's not a struggling sadhaka like us. He's not dozing off in his japa before. Later he dozed off, but before he was doing attentively. So much sadhana. Bharat Maharaj did so much sadhana, he came to Bhava platform. There he got distracted by the deer. Can't the Lord give some concession? Can't he be a little merciful and compassionate on the deer? Why should Krishna become so strict on Bharat Maharaj and made him an animal? Such an insult, right? For a pure devotee who went to the Bhava platform is becoming an animal in the next life. It's too much. And we are worshipping that Krishna, saying that you are very merciful. On one hand, when Putana came to kill Krishna with her poisonous milk, Krishna gave her the position of a motherly nurse in Goloka, in the spiritual world. On the other hand, because Bharat became little distracted by the deer, he made him an animal. How do you justify? How do you answer? How do you explain to someone else? What is this Krishna? He's very inconsistent in showing his mercy. When a demon came to kill the Lord, he's sending her to Goloka. When a pure devotee got little distracted by a deer, he's making him an animal. Putana got a spiritual body, went to the spiritual world, and Bharat got a deer body and entered another life. Jungle. How do you justify? Answers. Every day I'm only speaking. You are not speaking anything. I want to hear something from you also. If someone questions you, is your Krishna merciful or not? He's super strict with his devotees on the Bhava platform. I'm not on Bhava. What will he do with me? He'll make me a demon. If Bharat become a deer, I should become a demon according to my consciousness. So if somebody has that doubt, how will you answer? What's your explanation? Anyone, not only children, others. Bharat Maharaj never served with Krishna?
He has a body to remember.
He was not supremely responsible because even though he was in the body of deer, his consciousness was
Correct.
of a
Mataji gave the ultimate answer. Although he got the body of a deer, his consciousness was not like that of a deer. Even in a deer body, he was remembering his past life. Which animal remember the past life? So this the deer left that place, again came to Palahashram, started associating with the saints there, started meditating on the Lord. In the deer body, Bharat is constantly meditating on the Lord. And this deer Bharat is more spiritually advanced than King Bharat also. King Bharat is on Bhava platform and he got distracted. But in the body of a deer, this Bharat, dear Bharat, is very much absorbed in his spiritual consciousness. He remembered his past life. He understood, I got this deer body because of my distraction. I must be very careful and attentive now. Inattentiveness is the root cause of distraction or deviation in spiritual life. One should not become deliberately inattentive. Easier said than done, but somehow in Kali Yuga there are so many distractions, so many deviations. Instead of justifying those distractions, we should rectify those distractions. And we need to take shelter of devotees. Whenever you are feeling distracted, run towards a devotee. Start expressing what's there in your heart, in your mind. Seek some help. Give some liberty to other devotees to correct you. Take their feedbacks, take their suggestions, take their assistance, take their inspiration, and try to keep yourself on the track without getting distracted. So, Bharat became a deer, and in the deer body, he did his sadhana nicely. But the body has a limitation. The worship that a human being can do, deer cannot do. But at least he was doing internal worship. With his mind, he was constantly thinking about the Lord. Thus, dear Bharat became very advanced. And eventually, this dear Bharat became Jada Bharat. He took birth in a Brahmana family. And as Jada Bharat, he was completely oblivious to the surroundings. He was totally absorbed in his Krishna consciousness. And eventually, he attained the spiritual world. Chittam naiva nivartate kshanamapi Sri Krishna pada bhujan Nindantu priya bandhava gurujana Grihnantu munchantu va Durvadam parighoshayantu banuja Vamshe kalankostu va Tadrik prema dharanu raga madhuna Bhattaya manam tume Chittam naiva nivartate kshanamapi. A sincere sadhaka is one who never gets distracted from his meditation on Krishna's lotus feet. Chittam naiva nivartate kshanamapi Sri Krishna pada bhujan. Let me constantly meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. Let me not get distracted. Ananyaschinta yanto amam yejanaha paripasate. Without thinking of anything else, let us focus on Krishna. We may not be able to do it overnight, but we can do it when we have the association of other devotees. That's the only shelter. Somehow Bharat did not have that association, therefore he got distracted. Of course, from another perspective, the Lord utilizes such examples to protect us from distractions and deviations. This is not a license for us to criticize Bharat Maharaj. Oh, he got distracted. As if we are not distracted at all. It's not a license for us to criticize Bharat Maharaj. We need to be humble and accept the lesson that is intended for us. What is the lesson here? However exalted you may be, however experienced you may be in bhakti, there is always a possibility of distraction, even on Bhava platform. Therefore, let me not be overconfident. One more lesson. Let me not be overconfident in my bhakti. You can have confidence, but our confidence must be on Krishna, not on our own ability to do things. Let me not become overconfident in bhakti. Let me invest all my confidence in Krishna. Let Krishna protect me. Let Krishna not allow me to get distracted or deviated in bhakti. Maya is very powerful. Therefore, Krishna said, Daivi hiesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mame vaye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Maya is very powerful. But mame vaye prapadyante, but if it takes shelter of Maya, Maya etam tarantite. If you take shelter of Krishna, then Krishna will protect us from Maya. Because Maya is always under the control of Krishna. Maya can never control Krishna. Maya can control us. But for us to come out of the control of Maya, we need to take help from someone who is never controlled by Maya. Right? There is a beautiful shloka in the first canto of Bhagavatam. Kala karma gunadhino deho yam pancha bhautikaha katham anyastu gopayet sarpagrastho yatha param. Kala karma gunadhino. Kala means time. Karma means our own fruitive baggage. Guna means sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, the three modes. Kala karma guna adhino. All of us are controlled by, or we are under the control of this python of time. Dehoyam pancha bhautikaha. We are also controlled by this deha, this body, which is made of pancha mahabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Kala, karma, guna, dhino, dehoyam pancha bhautikaha. Kala, karma, guna, deha, pancha bhautika. 5 things are there to control us. All these 5 things took the form of a big snake, a big python. And this python is swallowing us. Come inside. Already our feet went inside. Knees went inside. Legs went inside. Waist went inside. We are just going. Our body is going inside. Python is swallowing us with the passage of time. Katham anyastu gopayit. If I myself am being swallowed by the serpent of time, how can I extend a helping hand to someone else? Come, I'll help you. Is it possible? No way. No way it is possible. We cannot help others. When we ourselves are stuck in Maya, we cannot help others. We can help others only when we are practicing spiritual life sincerely and when we are trying to come out of Maya. When we hear from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra and we learn the art of coming out of this material existence, then we can teach that art to others because we have knowledge. And we also have, we not only have knowledge, we also have an experience of practicing it, applying that knowledge. So with that knowledge and practical realization of that knowledge or experience of applying that knowledge, we can help others. We can bring people to the shelter of Krishna. So that's why we need to be very diligent in our practice of bhakti instead of getting distracted and allured by temptations around us. Bharata Maharaja's story is very instructive in giving us all these beautiful lessons. Okay, 5 more minutes. Any questions, comments, favorite takeaways? So what did you write in your notes? Tell me one lesson which you liked the most, if at all you liked. Is it too heavy?
You should always take us notes.
Very good. You got the essence. And you? Your favorite takeaway? Whatever you wrote.
I like that however exalted we are in bhakti, we might get distracted.
Wow. My God. You take notes very nicely. Yes, Prabhu. You, what's your name? Adi. Adi Sesh.
Distraction can turn to deviation. Not correct.
Distraction can become a major deviation. Small distraction can become great deviation if you don't control in the beginning stages only. Good. Anything else? Anyone else? Any questions?
And the last we says that we will not become overconfident. Bhakti. So we are there's a Christianity Vishwasa. We are always
Correct.
so that's like contradict.
No confidence. I told you. You have confidence in Krishna. Don't be overconfident about your own efforts, but be confident about Krishna's protection. Rakshishyati iti vishvaso. Goptatve varnam tatha. Yes, we need to be confident that Krishna is there to protect me. But if we are distracted, naturally, Krishna He will feel, oh, he's not very serious about his spiritual life. Okay, fine. Let him face the consequences. Krishna will protect us in reciprocation with our desire for protection. If you are not inclined to receive his protection only, he will be neutral. So we need to pray to Krishna. Krishna, please protect me. Of course, even if we don't pray, Krishna will protect us in certain ways. But ultimately, we need to come to a stage where we beg for protection, where we reciprocate with his protection and become serious in bhakti. Because Krishna doesn't want to interfere with our independence. We have independence. Krishna doesn't want any forced service and forced love from us. Therefore, Krishna allows us to explore the material world according to our preferences or choices or our independence. Right? But when we voluntarily surrender to Krishna, seek his protection, he is always ready to give us. Even if we don't seek also, he still tries to inspire us, help us in so many ways. But if we are not reciprocating with Krishna's approach, then Krishna will be neutral. Okay, fine. Let me wait till he becomes ready. Okay. Anything else? Any other question, comment? You have some online questions, Prabhu?
First of all, there's a comment from Balram Desh,
Hmm.
from Venkateshwara Govinda Prabhu. He's saying your discourses give me positive impact and improve my sadhana. Thank you very much. And there's a question. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells us to do our prescribed duty, don't neglect it. Here we are saying we should not indulge in responsibilities. How can we understand this?
We should not indulge in responsibilities. We should be responsible. Take up responsibilities, but with detachment. We need to cultivate detachment. I clarified, right? Detachment is not irresponsibility. And responsibility should not become attachment. In the name of responsibility, we should not be unduly attached to this world, to our position, power, whatever. You should not be attached. Money, wealth.
4 hours. 4 hours, you said.
Oh, 4 hours. Correct. Rule with responsibility, retire with renounced spirit. That's about Rajarshis. In our case, you take up responsibility without attachment, and in the name of detachment, don't be responsible. Anything else? Any other question? Okay, anyone here?
Don't underestimate Maya.
Don't underestimate Maya. Yes, please.
Even good people, good Maya attack good.
Maya can attack us through our good qualities also. We may not have bad qualities. We already have. I don't know about you, but I have. We have so many bad qualities. Maya definitely attacks us through those bad qualities. But sometimes, even if somebody doesn't have any bad qualities, he only has good virtues, through those virtues also Maya can attack us. For example, gratitude is a virtue. Great principle. Say, we are grateful to somebody, and that somebody is expecting you to express your gratitude in an unethical way, a dharmic way. Will you do that? In the name of gratitude, if you assist someone in performing adharma, that gratitude is blind gratitude, undesirable gratitude. It's not gratitude, it is fanaticism, it is stupidity. Right? Like that, all these virtues have their counterparts. We cannot blindly apply these virtues. Compassion. Compassion is a great quality. But in Bharata Maharaja's case, that became misplaced compassion. Compassion must be justified. It should not be misplaced compassion. It should be well-placed compassion. So a drunkard comes to you and says, I don't have money, I want charity. Please, I need to drink. You become very kind and compassionate upon him and then give him some whatever money, go and drink. Go. Bindas. Is that good charity? Is that good compassion? So compassion must be shown on a right candidate in a right way to the right degree without compromising on your own spiritual life. Bharat Maharaj became a victim of compassion. Sometimes compassion could be more dangerous than passion. When you're passionate about your services, at least you'll be on track. But in the name of compassion, if you try to show compassion on some candidates who are potentially distractions in our spiritual life, then that compassion is not appreciated. Don't show compassion in that way. Obligations, unnecessary obligations. Dasharatha Maharaj, for example, he promised Kaikeyi, I'll give you 2 boons. And Kaikeyi, what boons did she ask? Send Ram to Vanavas, make Bharat the king. Now, when we give promises to people or when we become obliged to people who are not very intelligent, then they will take undue advantage of our leniency, of our truthfulness, right? Just as Kaikeyi took. So there are so many such instances where your truthfulness can trouble you, your humility can trouble you, your gratitude can trouble you, your compassion can trouble you. All these virtues, all these good qualities, if they are applied in a wrong way, they can create troubles. So virtues must be cultivated, but we need to apply or practice virtues not in a blind way, but in a more mature way.
Pujit, how relate our affection and the devotion? Affection means material affection. And
Having affection towards near and dear ones, one's children, or other friends and family members, that's not wrong. In fact, unless we have affection for those people who are very close to us, how can we cultivate affection for Krishna in one sense? So affection is a bona fide feeling in the practice of bhakti, even in the perfect stage of bhakti also. In fact, ultimate result of bhakti is to develop affection for Krishna. We are not jnanis to completely give up emotions and affections and feelings. However, keep Krishna as the center of that affection. That's what Kunti Mata taught us. Na? She said, Sneha pasham imam chindi, dridham pandashu vrishnishu. Sneha is affection. But she says, Sneha becomes a pasham. Sneha becomes a bondage. And cut that bondage. Why? Because that bondage can be material affection. So, material affection must be cut. But spiritual affection must be retained. Let me love them not because they are my blood relations. Let me love them because they are servants of Krishna. Love people, have affection for people for a spiritual reason, not for a material reason. Okay. Understood? What did you understand?
Love people for
My God, she's very attentive. Love people for a spiritual reason, not for a material reason. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Can you give another example where Maya attacked through the one's good qualities?
Karna was very loyal to Duryodhan. Loyalty is a good quality. Duryodhan helped Karna by making him a king when he was a nobody at one point. So Karna was very loyal, very grateful, very dedicated to someone who helped him. But that loyalty, what kind of loyalty is that? He took the side of adharma. Even Drona also can be put in that category, in one sense. Drona was being maintained by the Kuru dynasty. He's loyal. He's supposed to take the side of Duryodhan. Right? Loyalty is a good quality, but he took the wrong side. Bhishma is a different case. He took the wrong side by Krishna's will, not from heart. Right? Okay. Shall we conclude? Hare Krishna. Tantra Srimad-Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.